Dude, Trump RX is very funny to me. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Trump RX. Hold on, I want to pull up one more thing. Dude, insane fucking shit from Trump. Here we go. We'll watch the announcement.
Website known as Trump RX designed to make prescription drugs cheaper.
Dozens of the most commonly used prescription drugs will be available at dramatic discounts for all consumers.
The website does not sell medications directly. Instead, it offers pharmacy coupons like this or discounts through the manufacturer. The president saying consumers can expect big savings on medications used to treat diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. For example, the popular weight loss drug Wegovy will be discounted to about $150.
Also, Wegovy. Okay, so as someone who works in a pharmacy, Wegovy. All right, there we go.
A month, down from an original price of more than $1,300. Although
Working in a pharmacy, like this shit's insane to me.
by late last year, some patients were already paying as little as $199
Yup.
a month. Trump RX discounts are available only to cash-paying patients and do not apply to those using insurance. The website
Yeah, because prescription coupons, like you can't use them at the same time as that you would use insurance. You can't use both. You have to use one or the other. And the thing about it is, like, especially with the Wegovy pill, that's brand new.
advises users to check their copay first because for some, paying through insurance may still be cheaper.
This is expected to benefit a very narrow group of Americans, those who, number one, don't have insurance, and number two, can also afford to pay these prices
What's up, Delkin?
out of pocket.
Experts say the program could still help some insured patients.
Anybody who has a very high deductible, someone who has limited drug coverage as part of their current insurance plan, this could be very useful for them.
According to the website, the biggest savings could be on fertility drugs, which are often not covered by insurance. Now, only a few dozen drugs are currently offered on the website, with more expected to be added.
This week's social story.
All right.
That's where
Yeah. Shut up. I wanted to take a look at the difference between GoodRx and Trump RX for a lot of these, because something that is I noticed as I was looking through this earlier is that these are all GLP-1s. Oh my god, America in gold. Trump is such a tacky piece of shit, man. Browse medications. There we go. Wegovy pill. Beavis Jeez. Wegovy, Toviaz, Ozempic, Gonalef. A lot of these are GLP-1s. Airspura for $200. Airspura, and also none of these would be for generics, by the way. Damn. Okay. You know what? If that coupon covers it, that coupon's a pretty good coupon. Here we go. I mean, $3.75 for a coupon from BuzzRx. But I want to see the same dosing that we saw earlier. 90/80. Yeah, 90/80. Well, RX for $4. But then 90/80 milligrams for 120. I don't know what the strength is. 160/9. I don't know what that strength would be directly. Yeah, because that's just the manufacturer coupon. I'm so smart, holy. True. But yeah, most of these are just like generic manufacturer coupons. And I know for a fact for a lot of these medications, you can get very, very, very cheap generics that you do not need a name brand for most of these. And also, okay, yeah, because you have, this is just Narcan, I'm pretty sure. Is this not just Narcan? Narcan you can get for free as well. This is just gonna be me going through medications. Prescription migraine with, oh, okay, this is a migraine. Okay, you know what? If these are gonna be, if you're able to get away with using coupons like these on some things, honestly, get that bag, girly pop. Because these are definitely like Trump is working very closely with the manufacturers on these. Insulin List Pro. This is one I saw that I was curious about because I know for a fact I've seen people get it for cheaper. Well, $25 isn't bad for a 10 milliliter vial. Let's do Humalog, I guess, but I don't want a name brand. Novolog, Humalog, these are all name brands. I just want Insulin List Pro. Okay, whatever. It's gonna go through Humalog. So yeah, $35. Brand. Good RX. Yeah, $35. If you can get it for cheaper through this, like I would recommend seeing if your pharmacy will take these coupons. Accept terms and conditions. If it works, it works, I haven't seen these yet in my pharmacy, but I know people are also paying like not that much for Wegovy. Though Wegovy is not paid for well through coupons most of the time. Especially Wegovy pills. $1.99. $1.49 for the pill. How much are they offering the pill for? $1.49. Wegovy tablet. Yeah, the pens are not being covered very well unless it's like a manufacturer coupon. Yeah, because you get 4 pens in a box. Let's just say. So this is the highest strength Wegovy that you can get, the 2.4 milligrams. But let's just say lowest dosage. Yeah, I think GoodRx is usually going to be good for people with that one. Oh, that's Trump RX. It's on GoodRx. Interesting. But no, I know most insurances are covering like Wegovy and GLPs for like $25. I sold 6 pens of Zepbound the other day for like $40 or like $60. So it was like $10 $10 a pen. I wonder if I'm just trying to see if there's going to be a cheaper option, because if there's not, if you can save money using Trump RX, you go, girl. Yeah, 30/30. You go, girl. Jesus. I mean, yeah, if it works, it works. I wonder if Trump RX, if they're just changing the GoodRx name, because that's what it's showing on my end. Well, GoodRx is just going to apply the cheapest Sildenafil. Oh yeah, because that's Viagra. I wonder if they have Sildenafil. I wonder what they have besides GLP-1s. They have a couple inhalers. Zepbound's expensive. Zepbound's very expensive. Also, this is Zepbound. These aren't the auto-injector pens. Interesting. I just think it's so fascinating that the Trump administration is pushing this specifically. Starting tonight, dozens of the most commonly used prescription drugs will be available at dramatic discounts for all consumers throughout the new website called TrumpRx.com. I would disagree. These are not some of the most commonly, except for like the insulin and the Airspura. Airspura we give out all the time. I mean, hey, if you can save money through Trump RX, I'm gonna be straight up, chat. If you can save money this way from pharmaceutical companies, go for it, girl. I wonder what they're gonna be doing to tracking wise. I wonder if they're gonna be tracking who buys what and where. Original price. The fact that Wegovy, by the way, is $1,400 is criminal. Prescriptions do not need to be sent to Trump RX. Your doctor should send prescriptions to the pharmacy of your choice where discounting pricing is available. How do I purchase Trump RX prescriptions? Will pharmacists process a claim for drugs? Claims processing will depend on each manufacturer chooses to provide its discounted pricing. What's up, Suki? Follow the same pharmacy and payment process used in the IPA. No, Medicare transaction facilitator will not be used for Trump or direct payment. I wonder if this is going to be some way of them tracking who has what prescriptions. Because, I mean, from what I'm seeing, it can be kind of cheaper. Here, we'll watch the news segment a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Thank you. This is a big deal. This is a very big deal. People are going to save a lot of money and be healthy.
Yeah?
So we're here this evening to celebrate the launch of one of the
I just still don't understand why. Sometimes I think Trump does things on accident, and I think this is one of those things.
most transformative healthcare initiatives of all time. There's never been anything like it. Starting tonight, dozens of the most commonly used prescription drugs will be available at dramatic discounts for all consumers throughout a new website. It's called TrumpRx.gov. That's TrumpRx.gov. For years, politicians from both parties have promised to bring down prescription drug prices and
Which
make healthcare more
they absolutely could have just done if we just nationalized our prescription services and didn't have Medicare be a giant subsidizing, like, cash flow for drug companies. But, like, I try to see if, like, gabapentin, very common drug prescribed all the time, not on Trump RX. I don't know when that would come, but gabapentin, I know that can be very cheap with some, yeah, like $20, $13.
more affordable, but they all failed. It was all words as usual. They failed, and they failed badly. They tried doing this.
And this isn't getting the price of prescription drugs down. This is just subsidizing the companies again. Like, we're going to be paying the Trump RX is going to be paying the companies. The government will be paying the companies the remainder of that bill. Sorry, I needed to take my medication.
Some of them, most of them didn't even try because they never really had a shot at it. But I'm actually getting it done, and it is done, actually. This launch represents the largest reduction in prescription drug prices in history by many, many times. And it's not even close. You're going to see numbers that you're not going to believe. Americans have long been paying.
Also, like, prescription drug companies can just say, no, we're not going to cover that. Or, like, no, this coupon will just not work here.
The highest drug price. How you can go to
shit.
the website, get a coupon, and pick up your heavily discounted prescription drugs. Highest level drugs, the highest level company, finest in the world, biggest in the world, most powerful drug companies in the world. And we had to go through them, and then we had to get all of these countries worldwide to lower their prices. And for us,
Which hasn't happened worldwide. I see now. They're saying, like, oh, we solved the Medicare issue. Stop being upset about the Medicare getting cut. I see.
to help us lower our price, and what they
Because, like, Medicare covering stuff like this is way better than you going through Trump RX. Infinitely better. You'll save so much more money.
Their prices went up by double, triple, and even sometimes 4 and 5 times. But the dozens of commonly used drugs available today are just the beginning. 16 of the 17 largest pharmaceutical companies have signed agreements, and the other one is coming. Believe me, they're coming. Committing that going forward, all new medicines they bring to the market in the United States will be available at most favored nation prices. For those that don't know, that means in the entire world, most favored, we get the most favored, the lowest price. So if somebody gets a great price, that's great for us because we get it. So this is the exact opposite of what's been happening for the last 30 plus years. This policy, which is a key pillar of the great health care plan, is going to bring copays plummeting down and save Americans billions and billions of dollars, making healthcare much more affordable, like at a level that you couldn't believe. In my first
Okay. And the thing about it is, I think a lot of these coupons are just getting rolled into Trump RX. I don't think a lot of these, like, let me see these bins real fast. By confirming you are a resident of the United States who is 18 years old, or you confirm that you're not enrolled in insurance any government, state, federally funded Medicaid prescription benefit programs. Examples. If are both commercial and government funded plans are considered a patient government insurance. If you should begin to receive prescription benefits under any government insurance plan, you understand that you can no longer participate in this program. Furthermore, you agree by redeeming this coupon, you and anyone else acting on your behalf agree not to seek reimbursement from any insurance plan for out-of-pocket costs for prescriptions purchased with this coupon. You also agree not to count the cost of prescriptions towards your deductible or true out-of-pocket cost. That's normal, the deductible and true out-of-pocket cost. This is where I'm like, I wonder if they're gonna, people who use Trump Rx to cover stuff that Medicare will stop covering, will sending 6.7 trillion to Israel. That's true, B. I wonder if this is gonna be any way for them to cut people off of Medicaid. GDC Group Maha, Make America Happy Again or something. Trump RX. That's a fucking it's just so fascinating to me that they would go through with something like this covering so many medications. This shit is so expensive, and I always forget how fucking expensive it is. Is Trump RX the same as GoodRx? President Trump has worked hard over the years to undermine the ACA. Yeah. Launching Trump RX, a site that offers discounted prices. I think Primeriton, Cortef, more options out of the way. It sounds a lot like GoodRx is a recent long-standing discount prescription company is key integration partner for Trump RX. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was wondering, like, okay, how did we get to the point of Trump RX getting these discounted prices? And it's because they're using GoodRx. GoodRx gives manufacturers a proven way to launch discounted cash pricings at scales, and then they cover it, and then they get reimbursed by the government. Okay, that makes sense. They changed nothing about how prescriptions work. They are just rolling in GoodRx. Interesting. Most favored nation price, which doesn't do anything. Golden US chat. A golden US. Is that not a 360 by that point? Should I not be seeing, I should be seeing Alaska, I feel like, right? Yeah, Alaska's right here. Oh, Bad Earth. So they have done nothing and changed nothing of the system. I see. That makes sense. And then they're taking they're taking credit for it. That makes sense. Dude, is Trump about to pay for my estrogen? Chat, is Trump about to pay for my estrogen? W's? Woke?